Dark equity.
Imagine a store so beloved that adults cried when it died. 33,000 people lost their jobs overnight. But the brand came back, as a zombie. This isn't nostalgia. It's vultures, asset stripping, and dead names. The men who killed Toys R Us made $470 million from its corpse. The new owners own no toys, no warehouses, no employees. This is the zombie brand, and the necromancers of Wall Street. Music sting, no voice. In 1985, Toys R Us was unstoppable. 800 stores. A sacred ritual, the birthday trip, the Geoffrey dollar. But by the early 2000s, a new predator circled, online retail. And that's when the vultures saw their opening. In 2005, 3 names came knocking. Bain, KKR, Vornado. They offered $6 billion, Deeputupanly won. $6 billion of their own. The other $5 billion borrowed and secured against the retailer itself. A leveraged buyout. They made Toys R Us take a mortgage it couldn't afford. Within 4 years, a dividend recap paid themselves $470 million. Plus $128 million in fees. For arranging the debt they loaded on. By 2017, interest alone cost $400 million a year. Nothing for stores. Amazon was eating their lunch. The owners refused to invest online. September 19, 2017. Chapter 11 Bankruptcy. But how did the owners walk away rich? Lawmakers called them vultures. The firms claimed they reinvested $5 billion. The truth? They took $470 million while the company bled. Then walked. June 29, 2018. The last U.S. stores closed. 800 locations. 33,000 jobs. Erased. Shoppers wept. For millennials, it felt like losing childhood. Then the insult. Former employees sued for severance. A court awarded $2 million to workers, about 60 each. Lawyers got $56 million. Nearly 30 times more. But a brand this big never truly dies. It waits for a necromancer. Enter Yehuda Schmidman. He saw opportunity in the ashes. Schmidman runs WHP Global, a brand acquisition firm in New York. His model? Buy dead brands. Own no stores. No inventory. Just the name. Asset light. WHP licenses brands to retailers. Macy's, Target, whoever pays. Today, Toys R Us generates $2 billion in global sales across 25 countries. March 15, 2021. WHP bought a controlling stake in TRU Kids. Then they struck a deal with Macy's. A comeback, of sorts. Store within a store. 1,000 to 10,000 square feet. By Q1 2022, Macy's toy sales surged 15 times higher. Macy's CEO projected $1 billion in annual toy sales. Real money. By October 2022, Toys R Us was back in all 500 Macy's stores. But here's the twist. The brand is back. The magic? Debatable. Nostalgia is powerful. Over 50% of consumers say they'd buy revived brands. Now those 90s kids are parents. They want their children to feel the same. But data is cold. Only 4 to 7% of millennials actually buy. We love the idea of Toys R Us. The memes. The nostalgia reels. But when it's time to pay, we buy on Amazon. 2-day shipping. WHP knows this. They own a portfolio of ghost brands. The math is brutal. 0 inventory risk. 0 leases. 100% royalties. Yes, WHP makes money. But the experience is hollow. No Geoffrey mascot. No rainbow aisles. Just a shelf in Macy's. Despite this, WHP is doubling down. New flagships in 2024. DFW Airport got a store. Then cruise ships. Then military bases. 2025 plans. 10 U.S. flagships, 20 pop UPS, 6 military stores. And globally, Chile, Morocco, more. The brand is a franchise now. Each store is run by a partner. WHP just collects the check. Wall Street loves this. Low risk, high margin. But nostalgia has limits. After public outcry, KKR and Bain created a $20 million hardship fund. A drop in the bucket. They extracted $470 million. Lawyers took $56 million. Severance is unsecured debt. Workers come last. That's the law. In 2018, lawmakers grilled the PE firms. But no one went to jail. WHP didn't commit the crime. They just bought the corpse. Legally, WHP owes nothing for old pensions, severance, or debt. That debt was wiped in bankruptcy. The zombie is clean. The past is ash. But for 33,000 workers, watching the brand return is a bitter pill. A leveraged buyout isn't evil by itself. But load a low-margin retailer with debt. Toys R Us had $5 billion in debt. Annual interest, $400 million. That's 35% of operating cash flow. Nothing left for stores or online. Amazon built robots and next-day delivery. Toys R Us couldn't fix its website. In 2009, the owners refinanced again. Another $470 million dividend. For 33,000 workers, the aftermath was a nightmare. No warning. They sued. In 2019, a court approved a $2 million settlement. The lawyers got $56 million. 30 times more than the workers. Many lost pensions. Some lost homes. The PE firms kept the $470 million. The $20 million hardship fund was a PR move. A band-aid. Into this graveyard stepped Yehuda Schmidman. He's not a retail guy. Before Toys R Us, WHP owned and Klein, Joseph Abboud, and others. His model is now copied by dozens of firms. Buy trademarks, license them. WHP doesn't manufacture, ship, or staff. Just collects a percentage. For Macy's, the deal was a lifeline. Fill floor space. Attract families. But early data is mixed. Shoppers look, say, cool, then walk past. Magic is hard to replicate. You can't license a feeling. WHP's latest strategy, ubiquity. Airports, cruise ships, military bases. DFW Airport has a store. So do several Carnival cruise ships. The logic? Capture last-minute gift buyers and impulse spenders. But these are experiments. Real money is still licensing, pure royalties. Would you buy a toy at an airport? Probably not. Millennials say they want the brand. Then type Amazon. Price and convenience win. Nostalgia loses. Data proves it. The brand is a ghost because we killed it. With 2-day shipping. And WHP is still hunting. They bought Ted Baker in 2022. Then several other bankrupt fashion labels. A gold rush. Buy the corpse. License the name. Avoid the liabilities. Schmidman is honest. He doesn't save jobs. He saves logos. Is this the future? Dead stores, living brands, a nostalgia machine. When a brand returns as a zombie, who benefits? Original workers got $60. New partners get royalties. The only one left holding the bag? The shopper. Paying for a memory. There is no magic. Only a trademark. And a generation that can't let go. The real Toys R Us died in 2018. Not because of Amazon. Because of debt. The PE firms took $470 million and walked. The brand became a cadaver. WHP didn't kill it. They bought the bones. And they're selling you the skeleton. When you see that rainbow sign in Macy's, will you stop? Or will you walk past, remember the 90s, and keep scrolling? The choice is yours. But the brand is already dead. Let's look at numbers. In 2005, Toys R Us was worth $6 billion. By 2018, equity was zero. Today, the brand does $2 billion in retail sales. But WHP owns no inventory. Their profit margin is 80%. A typical retailer is lucky to see 5%. The nostalgia economy is worth billions. Every zombie brand feeds on it. For investors, a dream. For workers, a nightmare. The next generation won't remember aisles. Only the logo. Will you tell your kids about Geoffrey? Or let the ghost fade? The vultures made $470 million. Lawyers made $56 million. Workers got $60. And the brand? Still for sale. Just not the way you remember. Thanks for watching. Not every comeback is a happy ending. Some are just corporate necromancy.
The information is not fictitious. All facts are taken from reliable sources. Links are provided in the description.